Hello students, welcome to the third part of the acid basis salt. In the last lecture we have already completed the base part, and in today's lecture we are going to complete about the salts part. So today we are going to discuss regarding the salt part. So first, see, we have read about the pH scale. Okay, it starts from like 0.1, it ends up to 14. In the center there is a neutral. So from this part to this part, around 6.9. Okay, around 6.9. It is acidic milk. From 7.1 to 14, it is basic in nature. Okay, in the last lecture we have did this. But what is 7 then? 7 is neutral. What is the neutral part? Neutral is salt. Because we know the reaction when an acid reacts with a base, it gives you salt plus water. Okay, acid reacts with a base, it gives you salt plus water. So the pH scale, okay, the pH level of the salt is 7 usually, a normal salt. Now we are going to write the define. There are two basic define. So first, it is a compound. Okay, it is a compound which is formed by the partial replacement, by partial or complete replacement. So I would underline this word, partial or complete replacement. Replacement of the ionizable hydrogen atom of an acid by a metallic ion or ammonium ion. Okay, you just have to write the spelling, not the formula. So see, in this define there are two important words. A salt is a compound which is formed basically by the replacement, okay, partial or the complete replacement of the ionizable hydrogen atom of an acid by a metallic ion or a ammonium ion. Let's understand with a simple example. If suppose I am going to take an example of NaCl salt. Okay, suppose I am taking a salt that is NaCl, and I am going to make it react with sulfuric acid. The reaction would be below 200 degrees Celsius. So what is going to happen? See, there are the two hydrogen. The one hydrogen would get replaced, okay, and one hydrogen would be left. See, two hydrogen are there, so out of that one would be there and the other would react with this. So this is a metallic ion. So see, what is the define? It's a partial or a complete replacement of the ionizable hydrogen atom. So this is an hydrogen atom, okay, so this would be replaced either completely or partially. In this reaction I am showing you partially, okay, because out of two only one is getting ionized and one is going to remain, and this Na is going to come. So it is going to form NaHSO4 plus HCl, because two hydrogen were there and out of that one has replaced. This was in partial replacement. Now complete reaction, which is about 200 degrees Celsius. See what is going to happen. These are the two. So this would be a reaction of a complete replacement of the ionizable hydrogen atom. So both the hydrogen atom would be replaced by this sodium. So sodium would come in the place of hydrogen and hydrogen would go in the place of the sodium. Okay, this reaction we have seen in the chapter that is HCl, HNO3. Okay, in both the chapters we have seen this point. But in this, there are the formation of a salt. Okay, see, this is a salt and this is also a salt. But there is a huge difference between these salts. This salt was formed by the partial replacement. And this salt was formed by the complete replacement. Now, see, complete replacement means what? In this, hydrogen atom is not there. In this, hydrogen atom is there. But this is also a salt and this is also a salt. So what is the difference between these two salts? The one which have acid, the salt which has H in them is called acid salt, and the salt in which hydrogen is not present, okay, so which is called normal salt. Okay, now we'll move to the next part. There is one more defined regarding the ionic part. So salts are basically ionic compounds. One more defined regarding the salt. So salts are ionic compounds. Why they are considered as an ionic compound? Because which, when dissolves in water, yields positive ion, okay, that is hydrogen. It would release a positive ion other than H plus and a negative ion other than OH negative. Okay, see, suppose let's take an example. Suppose I have NaCl. Okay, I am going to dissolve this NaCl in the water. So it would form a Na plus and Cl minus. What is the start line? It's an ionic compound. Ionic compound means what? Who carries up a charge? See, it has a charge on its head. That is Na plus and Cl minus. So it's an ionic compound, which when dissolved in water, so it yields a positive ion other than H plus. See, it is other than H plus, this sodium, and negative ion other than OH minus. So this chlorine is an. So this is the other definition. Okay, these are the two. Now we are going to discuss regarding the different types of salt. We have different types of salt. Salts have been classified into three types. First, normal salt, acid salt, and basic salt. Okay, see, normal salt in the start only I have given the example, and acid salt also I have given the example now. Okay, that is NaHSO4. But we are going to study one more salt, that is a basic salt. See, other three are omitted, that is a double salt, mixed salt and complex salt. As of now you just have to remember what do you mean by normal salt. See, the define is same. Okay, the define is same of a normal salt, but normal salt will come complete replacement. So how you have to write? See, in this only you have to remember, salt is a compound formed by complete replacement of the ionizable. In this partial you don't have to write. Okay, and the whole define would be the same. Complete replacement of the ionizable hydrogen atom of an acid by a metallic ion or a NH4. So this is the define. In acid salt, Salt is a compound formed by partial replacement. See, in this you don't have to write complete. So basically here it is completely ionizable and it is incompletely ionizable. Just remember this part. Okay, so first I'm going to see this we have discussed. So there are certain example I would like to give you. This is NaCl. Okay, this is a salt, Na2SO4. Okay, then ammonium chloride, so etc. This all are the defined. Now incomplete salts. Incomplete salts are formed by acid salts are formed by the incomplete ionization of the hydrogen atoms. As we have took the examples, see the examples like NaHSO4. Okay, it could be NaHSO3, it could be NaHCO3. See, in all the three cases there is a presence of the hydrogen. So this is the nothing but the hydrogen atom. And how this are formed? When an acid reacts with a salt. When an acid reacts with salt. Okay, so incomplete replacement help to form the acid salt. And here acid plus base gives you salt plus water. Okay, so this is a normal salt and this is an acid salt. See, acid and base will give you proper normal salt, and acid plus a normal salt. Okay, a normal salt will give you acid salt. Now basic salt. The basic salts are those salts which are formed by the partial replacement. See, partial replacement means what? Incomplete replacement. Incomplete replacement. Okay, but they are incomplete replacement of OH minus. OH minus. See, they both, this normal salt and acid salts, they are both linked with the H. Okay, if H is going to replace completely or partially, so this two will get formed. But in this, as we have learned the basic part which have the hydroxyl, okay, it is an incomplete process of forming the hydroxyl ion by the partial replacement of a di or triacid base by an acid or a radical. Now this basic salts. So first, how the basic salts are formed. Suppose let's take in dibasic acid. Dibasic acids, dibasic are those who have the basicity 2. Okay, who the bases which have the basicity 2. It's called, okay, diacidic base, and it is going to get reacted with HCl. So what is going to happen? This is an incomplete. Okay, incomplete. See, there are 2 OH. Out of that, only one is going to get replaced. So we will be forming PbCl2. Okay, see, here H2O will get formed. Sorry, I didn't restrict them. Sorry. Here there was 2 OH, only one would get replaced. So one would get replaced means it is going to form PbOHCl. Okay. One OH is left. One OH is left. So it is going to form water. So basically this is nothing but when a base reacts with acid, so it gives you salt plus water. Okay, when base is incompletely replaced, so it forms a basic salt. When an acid get incompletely formed, तो it forms up a acid salt. ओके मतलब जब भी बेस कम होता है तो बेसिक सॉल्ट, जब एसिड कम होता है तो एसिडिक सॉल्ट. Now we will see and check the we will classify. Okay, I would like to give you some example regarding this point. That is Na2SO4, calcium carbonate, and HSO4. Okay, copper hydroxide, copper Cl, and one more example, lead hydroxide. तो 3 classification we need: normal salt, okay, acidic salt, and a basic salt. Let's classify them in order to get a better understanding. See, in this OH and H both is not there. H भी नहीं है, OH भी नहीं है, तो this is an normal salt. सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल, इसमें भी OH और H दोनों भी नहीं है, नॉर्मल सॉल्ट. इफ यू नोटिस देयर इज एन प्रेजेंस ऑफ H, so this is an acid salt. Okay, now copper hydroxide. Now copper hydroxide, see, as of now we won't classify this part. This is copper hydroxide chloride, OH is present, so this is nothing but the basic salt. Now we are left with the two. Now I would like to give you an example, copper hydroxide. Okay, so copper hydroxide, see, hydroxide is there, so one would be thinking, okay sir, it's a basic salt, but your answer is incorrect. First of all, it is not a salt. It is not a salt. Now one would be thinking, sir, hydroxide is there, so it should come in the case of the basic salt. Sir, why it is not a salt? The reason is very clear. See, a basic salt is one which should have one anion other than OH negative. One anion should be other than OH negative. अगर मैं कॉपर हाइड्रोक्साइड का केस ले लेता हूँ, तो कॉपर और हाइड्रोक्साइड, copper and hydroxide, if you look, you have only one anion. Okay, you have only one anion, that is hydroxide. ये 2 तो सिर्फ बैलेंसिंग के लिए है. You have only one anion. What is the rule of a basic salt? That the one anion should be other than OH negative. Okay, if it is not other than OH negative, then this is not a salt. Let's take this example to understand more clearly. If I am going to take this, okay, I have classified this into a basic salt. So this is a copper, okay, copper, this is OH minus. See, you don't have to show the reaction, I am just making a hint for you. This is not a reaction, okay, and this is Cl minus. See, क्या क्या दिख रहा है हमको? कॉपर दिख रहा है, कॉपर एक मेटल है, प्लस आयन. OH negative, Cl negative. What is the rule for basic salt? One anion should be other than OH negative, should be other than OH negative. देखो ये भी एक अनायन है बट ये OH नहीं है, so that is why they have been classified under a basic salt. But copper hydroxide is not a base because it does not follow this rule. One anion should be other than OH. Now let's take a case of lead hydroxide. So now, is it a base? Okay, is it a basic salt or not a salt? So first Pb, okay, and hydroxide. See, only hydroxide is an anion in this part. दूसरा कोई anion नहीं है, तो this is not a salt. This is not a salt. Okay, so we are did with the topic of the classification of the salts. Now see, there is a lot of cancellation in this chapter. Double salt, mixed salt and complex salt, it is not there. It is not the part of the syllabus. Then we are going to come toward the method of preparation of salt. Again, method of preparations of salts are not there, but only I am going to make you explain the decomposition part, which I have done earlier also in the previous chapters. See, if I am going to take a salt, okay, and I am going to make it react with HCl. See, the logic says, okay, if it's a CO3, it should release CO2. If it is SO3, it should release SO2. If it is NO3, so it should release NO2. Okay, and if it is a sulfide, so it would release H2S gas. Carbonate and HCO3 are the same. Okay, so CO3, तो गैस would be CO2. CO3 में से क्या गैस रिलीज होगा? CO2. One H is left and here 3 oxygen were there. Out of that 2 has been utilized in the gases. Only one H and only one single oxygen is left, which helps to make up of water. And what is left then? Okay, this is Na. Na is left and Cl is left. So it will form NaCl. And the reaction is balanced. This is all about the bicarbonates. The carbonate case is the same only. Okay, the carbonate case is same only. CO3 means CO2 logic. One H and one oxygen will help you to form water, and copper chloride will form. Then regarding the sulfite part, SO3 means SO2. One oxygen and one hydrogen will help you to form water, and NaCl will be formed. Then suppose Na2S, which reacts with HCl. So Na would go in the place of H, and H would go in the place of Na. So H2S and NaCl is going to get formed. Okay, so these are the different cases of decomposition. Okay, this is also called as the double decomposition. So these are the different decompositions by the acids. Okay, HCl acids, HNO3 acids and sulfuric acid. And then this part is going to come, okay, for the exam. And the rest of the part has been omitted from your syllabus this year. So thank you students. This was the part 3 of the acid basis salt.